Now, one thing that'll hold a team back at any level is turnovers. And Phoenix is last in the WNBA in turnovers per game, averaging about 17 and a half. And the thing about turnovers is that it'll be the most little differences that make the difference between a turnover and an assist. Now you're gonna see Mariah come off this ball screen, right? Sets it up going right, comes back left. But on this pass, she's going to be one dribble too late. And that's why it's so important that when you see a hedge coverage in a pick and roll, you take that dribble and you hang it so you can read the player that may step up to you. And if you need to make a pass, you can make the pass immediately instead of having to take a second dribble. And now you're too late because the defender is able to drop back and able to recover. And so not only does that stop you as a team from getting a shot, it gives the other team another shot. So now they go down and it turns out to be either a 2-shot swing or a 4 to 5 point swing. And on top of that, they're dead last in the league as well in rebounds per game. So now we really want to count the possession battle, right? They're just losing the amount of chances they have to be able to score. So what's going to be the result of the game? They have less chances to score. They're going to score less points. Less points, you lose the game. Just by doing the math. And now right there defensively, the positioning right there by Brianna, right? Notice her stance as she guarded Asia, right? So Asia, being a lefty, right? You'd rather send her right. But how much do you want to send her right? Because at the end of the day, she is a pro. And if she gets a clean look off with the right, she's going to be able to make it. And so just notice Turner's stance, right? She just opens up this whole lane as soon as she takes that first dribble. So now she's able to get to exactly where she wants. And now she gets an easy lay with the right. And now right here though, right? Regardless if you want to send her right, send her left, this is what you have to do as a defender, which is cut her off the dribble instead of trying to meet her at the rim where she could get a clean look off. So even though 12, Michaela, isn't guarding her to send her right, and Asia's able to get to her left, what she's about to do off the dribble right here is cut her off while she's still in range of help. So now Asia's going to try to go up, and she has no angles to be able to go and get a clean look off. So once again, Phoenix, right? They're able to get the miss. But all because you get the miss doesn't mean you get the stop. And you must secure the stop with a rebound. So as a player, off the ball or on the ball, whatever it is, you cannot go and leak out until you see a teammate actually have the ball in possession with both hands. And now notice right here with Sophie, right? Leaks right out. That should have been her rebound. Boom, right there, you get the stop. So we're going to be talking a lot about defense and turnovers if you haven't realized that, because that's a reason for them losing. And so notice that right there with Brittney Griner, bringing the ball down. So as a big, right, not even just on offensive rebounds should you keep the ball high when you catch it high, also on lob passes. Because the second that you bring it down, you're now bringing it in range of the help defenders. And now the lower that you bring it, it's in more in the range at which you are not comfortable. And so Griner kind of gets his catch, brings it down just a little bit, and is enough for Kelsey Gray to come over and get that steal. And right here, right, Asia flashing to the middle. Once again, defensive positioning is key. And you must be able to stay disciplined and stay firm on it anytime you do defend. So Asia's gonna flash, right? Boom. And now you want to force her right and not allow her to get to her strong hand. But even though she's not gonna make this drive, she's still gonna take this shot. But with Brianna forcing her right, it's gonna allow her to contest this shot better. Because notice what it's gonna do. Instead of her dropping that right foot back, left foot forward, and she goes into the shot and has a cross contest, she's gonna have that right hand right there where she could influence that release point and bother that shot more so than coming across her body and trying to contest that shot. And now right here on this baseline, right? Right there on that baseline. And they got away with that one. That should have been another turnover had Jackie Young did this. Now, all Jackie had to do, right, as she sees Brittney Griner trying to set the screen along the baseline, is literally just sprint through Brittney Griner because she's still moving laterally. And the second that the ref sees that and then you fall, she's going to be able to get that foul. And then boom, right there they get burned for the 3. Regardless, they still won the game by 20. And then boom, Kelsey Plum. Nah, fuck that. The result of the shot should not determine whether or not you should take this play into account and learn from it, or you should not. Because this is a blown coverage. And this is an unswitchable action between Mariah and Brittney Griner. You're not switching any of these actions between those two players. So these plays are things that you cannot overlook, despite the outcome of the shot. Now right here, Brittney Griner, trying to get it in once again, right? Getting double teamed off the ball, that's tough. But this turnover right here could have been prevented if you develop something that's like a layup, which is a floater. So not only do guards and wings need floats for when they drive, need to get over bigger players, I feel bigs also need it because 1, when they short roll, or 2, when they get the ball in the middle of the floor and they don't have that jump shot. So what you should do is step in a couple more feet, and if you have that floater, it's just like a layup. Knockdown, easy. And tons of players can get themselves like 4 points a game just by working on that alone. Now right there, Brittney Griner, right? Always seeing 2, but that's where you got to make sure that you're a good playmaker as well as a good scorer. And so part of playmaking is being able to keep your composure anytime that you see 2 defenders. And even when you see 2 defenders, you're able to see through those defenders and see the gaps and opportunities when they're available. And so Brittney Griner loses her composure, forces the skip pass when she doesn't even read the entire floor, but little did she know, she had the cut. Kick to the corner, dump down, cut right there. Good active hands by the Aces, but the cut is right there. And you have that weak side on the wing instead of the pass to the corner. So she needs to be able to stay composed in those situations. And boom, good steal right there. Boom, bounce, in and out. Come on, man, that's so stupid. Just call the fucking foul. Because watch this. Look, she got the steal long ago, right? Shot. Boom. Bounces around the rim. Waits for the ball to leave the rim to make the foul call. This needs to stop at every single level. Middle school, high school, college, pro. Name it, it needs to be done. Because the result of the shot should not impact whether or not you see contact going up into the shot. And now you begin to think about how many times teams done lost out on points because they made a shot, but there was still contact. That's just the dumbest shit ever to me. They need to stop doing this shit. Now right there, right? Switching is not even just about you just getting to another defender. It's also you getting to the defender and getting in position to guard them. Diana, boom, switch with Sophie. But anytime you're about to make a switch, right? You got to make sure you communicate early so the player on the ball can get to where they need to by the time the screen actually is there. And so what you have to do is instead of just getting to the side, you got to drop back and get underneath the play that you're about to switch. Because at the end of the day, you got to protect the rim. And if you don't get in that position, things like this are going to happen. Boom, you get the slip. Help side may be a little late. Then boom, they may get an and one, get a bucket. Then Diana right there with the chucker. But then boom, offensive rebound. That's a mean ass bailout. But why is it that the person who made the shot is the first person to get back? That does not make sense to me. Really notice this. Really peep this, right? In the paint. Rebound, gets it up before the buzzer, right? Sprints down, first person to get back, even though she's the one that made the shot. Now, even from an offensive perspective, this even shows you that you could still be able to play in transition even off a made bucket. Because although you have to get to the other side, the defense also has to get back to that other side. So if you still push that pace, even off a make, all you got to do is get that ball out, everybody gets down their lanes, and you're able to get easy buckets. Just like the Aces were able to do right here. And now right here, Brittney Griner. Once again, the playmaking as a big. And so as a big, as a player that's going to touch the ball a lot, you've got to make sure you're able to read all these actions. Because if you don't, you'll miss out opportunities like this right here with Sophie, where she's wide open on this cut. And now she just has to leave. And this is the shot that you end up settling with. And then what does this result in? Another transition play by the Aces, where you missed out on what should have been an easy 2. And it now turns to be a 5-point swing, corner 3 knockdown. And now right here, that's good defense by Brianna though. That's great defense right there. Instead of giving her that whole lane like I showed you before, she actually cut her off before she got to the rim, stayed in front, and was able to get that block. Great defense. And then right here with back screens, right? With back screens. They're a tricky thing, but it's so simple to fix. All back screens need is some communication, one, and if you're not gonna switch, you must tag. But guess what happens right here? No tag right there. Which leaves that player that got back screen and had to get in a position to get around the screen out of position. And so now they're trying to recover, lob pass, boom, they got the foul. And then right here, once again, reading actions, right? You got to be able to read the plays within the play. Because if you go through these actions and if you just slow down, drop your pace, see the gaps that's available, see what's actually occurring in the present moment, she'll be able to see that she has this role right here. And then boom, once again. But this is not as bad as it was before. This is just how you can maximize your slips. Now, instead of making the slip right here by Sophie, right, and going straight into space, what she could do is that once she got that switch, cut off Chelsea Gray, put her on her backside, and what that'll allow you to do is that you could slow down since she's behind you, and you elongate the window at which the pass could be made and make more angles for the pass to be made. And that'll now leave more pressure on the help side defender, her right here. And now you got 21 who could now dive down, get to the lane, maybe get a little close floater. Now right there, right? A defensive skill I don't think people really talk about is being able to know when your teammates need help and when they don't. And for that same exact reason is why Phoenix got burned right here. Now I know Kelsey's quick, right? But there's no point thus far that would make you say, I must fully commit over to help, right? And so what this is gonna do is that it's gonna leave this weak side with 3-on-2. And now, boom, you get the flash middle, 2 players step up, no communication, high-low, easy 2. But at the end of the day, Brianna was playing some good defense. Asia was hitting a lot of tough shots. In general, she played some good defense. And those are just things you'll just have to live with. It's tough, but you have to live with. In the third quarter, though, they started to go to the zone. And Kelsey had quite a few plays that literally just sliced it all up. So notice this, right? Diana makes the call out. But in an environment like this, you cannot just say this call out once. All calls must be echoed because you have crowd noise. You have arena noise. All this stuff put together in this setting makes it tough for you to just say 2 words and for it to get across the court. So it is now also Brittney's responsibility to hear that call out and echo that call out. So now the wing defender could actually move to where they need to be. But now, boom, she's just dumb late. They get that easy 2. And now once again with the zone, right? Look, Kelsey slice it up once again. Messed them all up. Because realize this, right? Kelsey, in this corner right now, right? And so Diana, what is she about to do right here? She drops down. Because what she does is she anticipates Kelsey going along this baseline and going corner. But Kelsey made a play within the play, which now just threw the defense entirely off, which forced Diana to drop down, this wing defender to step to the middle, which now made them forget about the ball. And now Jackie Young gets his 3. Easy. Making plays within the play. That's why that's what I mean when I say don't play like a robot. And now once again, just slicing up the defense in the zone. I'm just done at that point. That's a 27-point lead. That game is over. Make sure you subscribe, like, turn on notifications. We drop breakdowns about every other day. We got live streams, so hit the links in the bios. Check those out, and we out of here.